These no-bake energy balls are a perfect and delicious way to get in additional proteins and nutrients without doing any baking. Hello everyone, I'm Deborah. Welcome back to my channel where I am sharing with you healthy versions of the foods that we love, and today it is an energy bite. Now, I'm sure if you love energy bites, you have purchased them off the shelf, but of course the ones on the shelf can contain ingredients that you really don't want to have as part of your diet. Gluten and high fructose corn syrup are just two of the things, along with those preservatives, okay? And this is an example of one. I'm not gonna share the brand, okay, because that would not be the right thing to do, but these little things right here, you guys, are absolutely delicious. I love them as well, but I came up with a healthier alternative, which I'm going to share with you, not one, not two, but 3 recipes. One is going to be a double chocolate brownie. The second one is going to be a mint chocolate. And the third, you guys, get ready for it, a carrot cake. So without further ado, let's get into the first recipe, which is going to be a double chocolate brownie. All right, everyone, the first thing that we need to do is to grind up our nuts. Choose the nuts of your choice, whatever it is you like. I happen to have a mixed nut here. So I'm gonna put it in my NutriBullet and grind them until I have a fine consistency. As a matter of fact, almost to the point of a nut butter. And that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna pour this off into my mixing bowl. Now to our ground up nuts, we are going to add some protein powder, or of course optional, but I wanna add additional protein. Go ahead and add that in. Oh, another thing, guys, keep in mind, because I'm making 3 different flavors today, I'm only making half of the recipe. For the full recipe, please do see my description. All right, up next, I'm gonna add in my sweetener of choice. I'm using allulose, and another thing I want to mention too, I've made this recipe with both granulated as well as powdered. If you do opt to use your granulated, keep in mind, because this is a no-bake recipe, that means that the granules will not melt and you're going to feel or taste the grittiness of the granulated sweetener. If you don't like that texture, please do take your sweetener of choice and put it into something such as a NutriBullet, grind it up until you have a powdery consistency. Now, these 2 ingredients added to my nuts represents the base ingredient. There's 2 other things that I'm going to be adding to my base recipe, which I'm going to be using consistently in the other 2 recipes as well. I'm going to add those later on, that being a sugar-free maple syrup, and then also my nut butter, which is an almond butter. I'll be adding those in later because these are going to help these ingredients stick together. Next, add in your cocoa powder. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a mix, you guys. And one thing that I will tell you about the cocoa powder, because it has a tendency to clump, if you want to sift it in, please do that. Okay, let's go ahead and add in a little bit of salt, because it does in fact enhance the flavor of our foods. And one of the things that I absolutely love about this recipe is you can taste it along the way, because it is just pure natural ingredients. So I am going to do exactly that. And I will adjust where necessary. Okay, up next, let's go ahead and add in some vanilla extract, some nut butter, and again, I am using almond butter. And I did put this in the microwave. It's been sitting out for a little bit, so it did firm up a little, but I did put it in the microwave just so it would be more spreadable and easier to mix with these dry ingredients. And the last thing we want to add in is our sugar-free maple syrup. I just remember our chocolate chips, sugar-free. As many as you like. Now combine everything together. Okay, everyone, I like how this came together. And the whole objective here is that when you press these ingredients together, they will hold solid. And if you feel that it's a little bit too dry, then you can always add some more of either or this nut butter and some of this sugar-free maple syrup. Or sometimes, you guys, I even use a little bit of water, to be honest with you. Okay, so now that we have this, Next thing we want to do is we want to form our bites. So I've got 2 things here. I've got the silicone mold. It's a candy mold. Of course, you don't have to use it. You can just use a parchment line sheet. And once you form them, just put them on the sheet, put them in the fridge for about an hour. And again, since I have this, I'm going to use it. And then I've got my cookie scoop here. So what I'm going to do is take this, fill it up, press the ingredients in because it's definitely going to help shape my little bites. Off to my hand it goes. And then I'm just going to form the top, you guys. That looks more like a round mound. Just like that. And into the mold it goes. And I will continue on until I am through with this batter. Okay, now we are done with this recipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this off and bring in the ingredients for our second recipe, which is the mint chocolate. Okay, time for the mint chocolate. All right. We have our nuts here, which have already been ground up. And to it, we are going to add in our protein powder, some sweetener, salt. Mix these ingredients together. Okay, at this point, let's go ahead and add in the ingredients that makes this recipe a mint chocolate. All right, some peppermint extract. And guys, be very careful with this because this stuff is strong. So I start with a little, give it a taste, and then I add in some extra if needed, and then our chocolate. Combine these ingredients. So now at this point, we're going to add in our almond nut butter as well as our sugar-free maple syrup, which is going to help these ingredients bind together and form our energy bites. And combine all of your ingredients. Okay, this is ready. We have a nice sticky consistency. Everything is going to hold together. So now we are going to form our bites. Just like I did with the double chocolate. And there you have it, you guys. Just like that. And into the mold it goes. And we're going to continue on until we are done with this batter. And then we're going to move on to our third and final recipe. And for our final recipe, we are making a carrot cake energy bar where I've got some fresh carrots that we're going to grate, some grated sugar-free coconut, and then I have the flavors that are reminiscent of a carrot cake. Some nutmeg, some ginger, some cloves, and some cinnamon. So let's get started. So for this recipe, I needed to do some prep work. I needed to grate some fresh carrots. So I just simply took my plane here, took my carrot, and proceeded to grate it. So that way you have a really fine consistency. And for my cloves. So my cloves are whole and I needed to grind those as well. So what I did is I took my mortise and tenon, put the cloves in here, and then I proceeded to grind. And you guys, the fragrance is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's put it all together. So to my ground up nuts, I'm going to add my protein powder, powdered sweetener, salt to enhance the flavor. And because this is a carrot cake recipe, we are going to add in some cinnamon, ginger, our cloves, nutmeg, and let's go ahead and give this a mix. Okay, to our mix, we are ready to add in our carrots. And let's grate a little orange zest that will help to enhance the flavor of these carrots. And the last thing that we want to add in before we add in our maple syrup and the almond butter is coconut. Add in the nut butter, maple syrup, and mix everything together. Okay, if your batter ends up being too wet, as I have here, simply add in some more ground nuts. So so you get the consistency that you want. Okay, this is now ready to form into our balls. All right, off to the fridge these go for about an hour to set. I'll see you soon. In our homemade energy bite, we've got protein, we've got nutrients, we've got fiber. We control the ingredients and we control the cost. And along with that, they are absolutely delicious. So a winning combination all the way around. So you guys, if you're interested in learning how to make other healthier versions of the foods that we love, then keep watching to learn how to transform your diet, whether it's sweet treats or main dishes, into enjoyable, lower sugar, lower carb, more nutrient rich recipes that even the newest of cooks can master with ease. So, if you want to eat your favorite foods but want to stay healthy, click here for my guilt-free versions of the dishes you love, packed with flavor but not the unhealthy stuff. If you like it, if you love it, if you want to see more, please remember to give this video a like. Please remember to give it a share, and also remember to subscribe to my channel. You guys, leave it in the comments as well. I want to thank you all so very much for being here. And remember, it is a great day, and you continue to make it your own kind of special. And thanks for joining us, and enjoy. That's good.